Hello, welcome back to Newbrook Farm and Give a Pet a Home. Yay! It's a gorgeous evening. You would never guess we were in the UK. We have got 6 more animals tonight who need you to give them a forever home. We have a beautiful beagle, Eva, rough and ready, Rafiki, Harry the marvellous macaw, Wally the wonder horse, terrific tiger, and Bunny Boy Posh. And we'll also be revealing the viewers who came forward to adopt last week's animals. Hello, well, you lot were absolutely brilliant. We said that we needed you to help us rehome our animals, and you didn't let us down. We were absolutely inundated, and after making sure their needs would be properly met, we found all but one of them new homes, and we'll be meeting our amazing adopters throughout tonight's show. And as you've just seen, we've got lots more animals who we need you to give a pet a home. But first of all, let's say hello to some of our famous volunteers.
Hello, hello.
And also tonight we are joined by our friends from Newbrook Farm.
Way!
They're basically here to laugh at our jokes and clap and give us support. Peter, we had such a huge response last week.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal. On Twitter, it went crazy, and, you know, we want to say thank you for that, but obviously we want them to come here, not just give us the love on Twitter, but to actually come here and meet these animals, because they're fabulous.
You must be gutted, though. Your horse was the only... Oh, sorry, your dog was the only one that didn't get adopted.
I know.
No
Thanks for reminding me, Kat.
No reflection on him at all.
Appreciate it.
Kimberly, have you been tempted to adopt any animals?
Oh my goodness, there are so many amazing animals here. It's so hard, and I find, you know, I'm quite the horse girl myself, and I just want to take all the horses home with me.
I know, it's really difficult. And Cammy, you championed Caston, the snoring horse,
I did
last
indeed,
week.
yeah. Wasn't he lovely? It's me
He's
who's got the long
gorgeous.
face, though, I have to say, because Kimberly took him to his new home.
you were
and
doing the footy,
I had
weren't
to
you?
go and do my proper job, yes.
But are
which
you
was a
delighted
shame.
that he's got a home?
Absolutely delighted. I knew he'd get a home straight away. He's such a lovely horse. He was an amazing horse, and the people who've got him are so lucky.
I was so excited as well because, of course, Harvey, the King Charles Spaniel, found a home. So let's take a look.
Hey, buddy. It's a really exciting day for you today, Caston. You're coming to your home.
We think we've found Caston the perfect owner. Bethan trains thoroughbreds and event horses.
Are you excited? Oh, here they come. Caston's potential adoptive family. This is so exciting. Hi, I'm Kimberly.
I'm Bethan.
She fell head over heels for Caston after seeing his appeal.
I felt really sorry for him. Obviously, I saw all the pictures of when they found him, and I just thought he deserved a really nice home. He looked like he had a really good personality and character, especially with his snoring.
So it was love at first snore.
Definitely.
He's quite relaxed at the moment.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Caston.
You're gonna get up. Hey, buddy.
Hello, sweetie.
Isn't he just amazing?
Oh, he's beautiful.
Shall we put his head collar on then?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Good boy.
Bethan's hoping she can train Caston to show jump, so it's important that he bonds with her.
It's really exciting so far. I think it might be a good match.
Say hey to Caston. Caston was brilliant. Good boy. We got on really well, and he really started to listen to me when we were walking around training.
Kimberly and rehoming officer Gareth want to ensure Bethan's home is suitable. If he did come to live here, Caston wouldn't be short of company.
Hi.
Hello.
Where will Caston be kept?
He will be living out, but in winter, this will be his stable.
This is where he can sleep and snore.
Yes.
As he loves to do.
There's also 20 acres here for Caston to roam around in.
What's the planned feeding regime?
I believe he's living out and having a bit of haylage and a hard feed, so at the moment I'll mimic that here.
Having completed all the checks, Gareth's got some news.
Well, I think we've covered more or less everything, and we'd like to offer you Caston as your new adopter.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Brilliant.
I can't wait now.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. High five. Good boy.
The next day, Caston prepares to leave Gonsall Farm. It's an emotional time for those who have nursed him back to health.
Hi, Caston.
But a fresh start awaits him at his new home with Bethan.
Boy. I think he's probably ready to go and meet his friends in the paddock now.
It looks like Dave and Caston want to be mates.
Yeah, it looks like they want to play.
Oh, they get along already. Yay, Caston!
Back at Newbrook Farm, adorable spaniel Harvey may also have found a new owner. A shortlisted applicant from our website has been invited in to meet him.
How can I help you?
We're here to meet Harvey.
Can you bring Harvey to reception, please?
Harvey stole Millie's heart when she spotted him on last week's show.
Hi, Harvey.
So what do you think of him?
Love at first sight. We've had 3 Cavaliers before, so it'll be no problem giving them all the love and attention that Harvey needs. Waggy tail. Yeah, very waggy tail.
Well, hopefully.
Come on, Harvey.
Harvey's clearly taken to the family, but if they want to adopt him, their home needs to be suitable. Denise and rehoming operations manager Abby are giving their pad a once-over.
Great to see you again, everyone. Well, I'm assuming you are the homeowners.
Yes, we are.
You are. Okay.
Once the basics are covered, there's a quick garden inspection.
Do you grow your own vegetables at all?
No.
Okay. So we don't need to give any advice on growing vegetables such as onions, which are really poisonous to dogs.
Are they really?
Yeah, they are. They can be fatal to dogs, actually. But this looks a great garden for Harvey, so I don't think I've got any worries.
So is it safe to say at this stage that Harvey could be coming here?
I can't see any reason why Harvey can't come to live here.
Yay!
Oh, thank you.
It's brilliant.
Caston is going to be so happy with Bethan. And Harvey has found the perfect home with Millie, who is here tonight with her boyfriend Luke, who I'm so glad got the memo.
Good
We're
minds think
practically
alike.
dressed the same. A week later, did you think when you were sat watching this show last week that you literally would be here with me now, waiting?
Not at all. It feels very surreal, and I do feel like the luckiest girl alive.
Oh.
It's very weird, but I'm so happy.
Luke, what's she been like the last week?
Sleepless, taking it out
Really?
on somebody else, but yes, very excited, very excited.
And you're quite familiar with King Charles Spaniels?
Yeah, well, I've had them pretty much all my life, and yeah, I'm just really excited to be bringing another one into our house because I passed away last year, so it's been a bit of an empty house, really. So.
Well, we know that you've had all the checks done, and Harvey is basically ready to go. All we need now is to get him out. Julian, can you bring Harvey through?
Who's this?
Oh, I'm filling up, Amanda.
Oh, darling, you are as well. Oh, my
It's what we call a
goodness.
happy ending.
Well, yes. Are you sad to see him go? Are you happy?
No, it's very, very happy because, you know, where is he going to? Essex?
Essex. Yeah, it used to be an
lovely
Essex
for
boy.
You're not going to bejazzle him, are you?
I won't.
His eyebrows look like he could do with a tweak. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
He's such a loving dog. There'll be no end of love coming your way from Harvey.
Oh, how does it feel to actually have him in your
I'm
arms?
so happy. I feel like I've won the lottery. Doggy lottery. He's
Well,
lovely.
he's got his little Give a Pet a Home collar on, so he's ready to take home. How weird is this?
It's
Like
so
a week later,
strange.
you're just going to take him home. All the way back to Essex. Julian, I'm afraid we didn't find you a home in the Cotswolds or a truck driver.
Well, I've had a busy week. I'll say no more.
Well, hopefully we'll have more luck with the animal that you're championing this week.
Oh, yes.
Who is it?
This is Eva, who is another very affectionate dog, a beagle, looking for a home.
Let's see.
Have you ever heard of the Beagle Blues? Well, there's one dog here who can tell you all about them. Say hello to Eva. 6-year-old Eva came to the RSPCA a month ago after her owners couldn't care for her anymore. She didn't like being left alone and had developed separation anxiety. When by herself, this lonely-hearted lady would turn the house upside down. Is that true, Eva? Did you rearrange the furniture a bit? Eva also hasn't been exercised much, so she's become a bit of a big-bellied girl. Rubenesque. That's a word you don't often hear on ITV. Since coming to Newbrook Farm, Eva has become very chilled and is a calm and friendly dog and hasn't shown any signs of trouble. All she needs now is her new forever home. If this tubby temptress has won your heart and is the one for you, then there are a few things you'll need to give Eva. It's very important that she isn't left at home on her own any longer than 4 hours. Over here. She adores attention and would need lots of it. Oh, you tried, didn't you? That's the main thing. She's also used to being around children of late primary school age, making her a perfect family pet. Well done, you did it that time. Walkies is a word that gets Eva very excited, and exercise will definitely help shift her tum. A pleasant pooch, she's great around other dogs and would be more than happy to live with another calm dog after a successful introduction. So bound on over to our website and find out how to adopt this beautiful beagle and let her live happily ever after.
Oh, she's so gorgeous.
Look at her. You feel those lovely ears. It's one of your best features, isn't it?
It is.
Eva?
And you mentioned there that she was slightly Rubenesque.
Yes.
A bit curvy, because in her previous life she was a little bit food-focused.
Yes, that's one way of putting it, but we all are, aren't we, really? She's a plus-size dog.
Ah, right. Are we allowed to say that, Julian?
Probably not, but I've said it now. Well, she's, you know, she needs exercising and running around a bit. I'm really taken with her. She's such a lovely, friendly, intelligent dog. Look at that face.
And I think, you know, as we said there, that in her past life she just didn't get enough attention, so that's the kind of family that we're looking for.
Yeah, she needs someone that she can't be left on her own for very long, because she's...
Oh, we're all a bit like that.
I'm fine on my own, thank you.
Yes.
I like to be on my own, but with a dog, that would be my perfect life. But anyway, we're talking about Eva. She needs company, and she gets distressed if she's on her own and you know, rips things up.
Okay.
So that needs to be borne in mind. Okay. But there will be rewards aplenty. Look at this nice, calm dog now.
No, she's beautiful. And apparently, since she's been here and had loads of attention, she's done absolutely nothing destructive whatsoever, so...
She's a changed woman.
Exactly. You see? Now, every animal waiting to be adopted from the RSPCA has an adoption fee, and Eva's fee is £150. But this fee includes neutering, inoculations and 6 weeks of pet insurance. You just need to head over to the website after the show where you can apply to adopt this gorgeous girl. And who knows, you could be taking her home next week. Time for a quick break now, but stay tuned because very soon Colleen Nolan will be getting into a little flap about a parrot.
Oh, my goodness.
Welcome back to Give a Pet a Home, the show dedicated to finding forever homes for unwanted and unloved animals. You were incredible last week rehoming the animals, and we've already seen 2 of them go home already. And here is some more amazing news. The Spice Mice
have found their forever home.
They went home with experienced mice owners, Linda and Robin Clayton from Huddersfield. They're very experienced, and they will be helped by their grandchildren in caring for them.
Is it love at first sight? Oh, it is, absolutely. I love them.
We found them a home.
I know, isn't it brilliant?
It is really
brilliant.
I know, teeny weeny mice. Well, we're in one of the hospital wards, and we've got lovely Rafiki here, who we did see last week, who you particularly love.
Oh, I absolutely adore him.
He wasn't ready last week, but now he is.
Well, now he is, but we were very worried on Saturday because Rafiki hurt his jaw again and knocked the wire in his jaw and had to be operated on.
Okay.
And so he's still feeling the effects of anaesthetic and painkillers, and he's a bit out there somewhere at the moment. But he's absolutely fine and on the mend, and he is ready for rehoming.
He is,
yes.
he's absolutely done. I mean, he's really been through the wars, but I just think, you know, he's probably had about 6 of his 9 lives.
Absolutely.
But he's got plenty left, and the sooner we find him a home, the better. Let's find out a little bit more about him.
Tissues at the ready. This little chap's story will break your heart. Meet the one and only Rafiki.
Now, he might not look it, but Rafiki is one lucky moggy. 9 lives became 8 when Rafiki was hit by a car and left with terrible injuries. But he still managed to play cat and mouse with the RSPCA when they tried to pick him up from somebody's garden. Yes, you did, didn't you? A whole week it took them to catch him. When he was finally caught, the vets were able to see the full extent of Rafiki's injuries. Rafiki's prolapsed eye had to be removed and his jaw wired up, which meant for a few days he had to be drip-fed. Poor little guy. Rafiki is recovering well, and all he needs is a place that's the cat's whiskers.
So if you think Rafiki could be your top cat, you need to live on a quiet road away from traffic. And please be patient, because his one eye means he has limited perception. He's great with kids of any age, although he does need space and time alone to grow in independence. He's great with dogs too, after a successful introduction. So don't hang about. Log on to our websites if you want to adopt Rafiki and see if you can put him in the mood for dancing and find him his forever home. I am so sorry, Rafiki. They really made me say that.
I just love, I mean, he's a little bit gormless expression.
I just think he's got so much character. He's
really
just
has.
And I just love him. I love everything. I love his tongue sticking out and his... Oh, he's just gangster
Well, he's
cat.
seen a bit of life, hasn't he?
He certainly has.
Oh, bless him. And his rehoming fee is £75. You can apply to adopt him after the show via our websites. Rafiki has recovered really well after being cared for at Newbrook Farms Hospital, but new animals are being brought in all the time. And our volunteers found out just how busy it gets. RSPCA hospitals help over 150,000 animals every year. And today, some of our celebs are about to find out what it's like to work on the front line.
We've got 2 cats to be collected from the hospital for rehoming.
Julian's joining Animal Collection Officer Carl, who rescues animals which are then brought back to the hospital.
So I guess you never know what's going to happen from one day to another.
Absolutely not. It can be absolutely anything.
They've just received an emergency call about a box of abandoned Siamese kittens somewhere in the city centre.
Where should we start? What do you suggest?
I'll be very surprised if they're pedigree kittens, whether they'll still be in sight.
Looking for 3 Siamese kittens in the middle of Birmingham.
Good luck, boys. In triage, Peter's helping vets Karen and Joe with Tilly, who arrived here in a cardboard box along with 8 other cats.
And then if you just press in at the top, that's her 3rd eyelid. Just looking to make sure that's healthy. But her eyes are nice and clear. There's no watery discharge. I'll have a little look at her teeth.
Well, she's got cleaner teeth than me.
She put your stethoscope in that way. And you just need to bend over a little bit.
She's purring so loud. She's so happy and she's really tame, which makes it even more hard to understand how she could be abandoned. My kids would go crazy if they met her. They'd go crazy.
Do you need a cat?
Yeah. I know. Don't tempt me, please.
Once given the all-clear, Tilly will go to the animal centre and begin her search for a forever home. Back in the city, Carl and Julian get a tip-off about the kittens.
That was on the corner there a minute ago, and they're also outside, just past Sainsbury's. The gentleman was trying to sell them.
But the Siamese kittens are nowhere to be found.
It looks like a bit of a wild goose chase, doesn't it?
It's quite a weird one, though, isn't it? Lost, abandoned Siamese kittens.
Yeah.
Then being sold. Well, there's no sign of them.
First and foremost, worried about the welfare of the kittens. We just want to make sure they're OK, so hopefully find them as soon as possible.
Elsewhere, an escaped parrot has been found at a school. Back at the hospital, Colleen is making sure that it hasn't been injured.
I don't like birds.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Yeah, it's got wings. Yeah, it's on my shoulder, see?
I thought I was really brave because inside I wanted to cry and scream like I was 4.
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
All right, there we are. Does that not hurt? A little bit, but I'm a brave vet. Do you want to take that little wing there? Well done. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's it.
Whatever you're called.
So we're checking for any damage, but they look lovely.
And then I have to be very careful with his talons because they're quite sharp. Yeah, I realised that when he landed on my shoulder.
Beautiful.
So it's just feed and water for this little one and hopefully back to his or her owner.
Whilst they try and track down the parrot's owner, Carl and Julian have had another call. This time, it's a rescued chinchilla who was found on a busy road.
Is he friendly?
Yes, he's really friendly. You can touch it. You can, we just let him run in our kitchen as well.
Carl's hoping to find the owner.
So the next thing to do now is to go and put a poster up where the lady found it. That can be a job for you to do.
Do you know how to spell chinchilla?
I do, yes. I'll put one there. That'll be nice and noticeable for people walking past.
Let's hope the owner spots these and gets in touch.
Well, I'll keep my legs crossed, Carl.
On that note, Carl's making a quick exit and getting the chinchilla to the safety of the hospital.
She looks fine. She looks nice and healthy.
That's good news, bless him.
Once animals have finished treatment at the hospital, those that are ready to be rehomed move to the animal centre, just like Tiger, a beautiful Bengal cat.
I mean, he is absolutely beautiful. I have to say, probably one of the most beautiful-looking cats I've ever seen.
It looks like Peter may be the next celeb to adopt a new pet.
Oh, my God, I think I've actually fallen in love with him. Hey, You agree? Well, listen, I'm going to make sure that somebody out there watching this is going to take him home. He's beautiful. Oh.
We're coming into the hospital now, which we've already seen as a hotbed of action. Craig, you're the hospital manager. Is it always that frantic?
It's calm now, but we're open 24 hours a day. It's not just abandoned animals or pets that we see. We see a large variety of wildlife and injured birds. They all need treating too. It always keeps us on our toes.
Yes. Oh, and talking of keeping people on their toes, is that how you have to get them down here with a little
Just sharing
treat?
a nice biscuit.
We just saw there in the last film that you were looking for a box of Siamese kittens. What happened?
Never found
On
them.
this occasion, we didn't find them, unfortunately,
really?
no.
We tried, Carl.
We tried, and you've always got to try your best for the animals'
Well,
welfare.
yes, and obviously you had Julian's assistance. What more could you need? You had loads of animals that you looked after
Yes.
that day. What's happened to the rest of those?
I have some news. The parrot's been reunited with its owner.
Oh, brilliant!
Our chinchilla's doing very well.
That was a random thing to find in the middle of Birmingham.
Found in an underpass, but he's being assessed still. The cat, Tilly, is almost ready to go to the rehoming centre and find a new home. And Tiger has struck gold. Tiger is being championed by none other than Peter Andre this week.
I know, and who's going to be able to resist? I can't believe he just did that.
If it's a truly regal pet that you're looking for, then look no further than this princely puss. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Tiger. A beautiful Bengal boy. Pedigree Tiger is 6 years old. He was found on a cold, snowy day, not so much between a rock and a hard place as he was between the garden shed and the house wall. Trying to free himself, Tiger dislocated his hip, leaving this feline feeling a lot of pain. 2 operations later and the hip not mended, Tiger's back right leg had to be amputated, but 3 legs hadn't stopped him from getting around. As if things weren't bad enough, X-rays showed that Tiger had been shot and a pellet was lodged in his head. But because he didn't feel any pain from this old injury, the vets decided not to remove it. But this isn't the whole Tiger's tale. The vet found he was microchipped, but sadly the owners seemed to have moved and they couldn't be traced, which meant this little fella got abandoned. And I don't know anyone who'd want to leave you. Hey. There's no keeping Tiger down, though he needs his forever home. If you've got your eye on Tiger, there are just a few things you need to know. Firstly, he's very timid, but he doesn't like to be handled. So if you're looking for someone to cuddle, he's not the one for you. Tiger needs someone who is experienced in keeping Bengals. He also needs to go to a home where there are no children and to be allowed the space and time to adjust to new surroundings. So if you tick all the boxes for Tiger, then go on the website and find out how you can adopt him and give him the perfect home he deserves.
And he's still got the pellet in his head, hasn't he?
Yeah, you can just feel it there. And it's shown on the X-ray as well. When we took the X-ray, he wasn't under sedation, he wasn't under anaesthetic. And so to take it out would just put him more at risk. So we've just left it there.
OK. And, Peter, you've obviously spent a little bit of time with him. What kind of cat is he?
Well, I think the thing that surprised me the most, and it's a credit to what happens here, is the whole rehabilitation stage. They had explained to me that he wouldn't have any contact with humans. He was so scared of humans, he'd run away. And I spent the afternoon with him, and he was sitting there, just like now, being very happy, very trusting.
Oh, he's so brave. Oh, my goodness, I know lots of people who'd like to adopt him, namely my mum, who's probably watching. Tiger's rehoming fee is £75, and you can find all the details of how to adopt him on our websites. Time for another break now, but make sure that you join us in part 3, where Denise will be meeting a depressed parrot, and Peter will be updating us on Newbrook Farm's longest resident, Harley. Welcome back to Give a Pet a Home. We are completely over the moon at having rehomed so many of our animals from last week's show, but not every story has had a happy ending. We were absolutely desperate to find a home for Harley here because he's Newbrook Farm's longest-serving resident, but nobody has come forward yet. So we've got a dog. Yes, it's a big R. We've got a doggy rollover, Pete.
We have...
But it's so sad, I thought. What do you think?
Do you know, it's devastating because he's such a beautiful dog. He really is, and I think if people could just come and meet him, they will fall in love with him like I have, like Jake has, and like you're doing, man.
And like I'm doing. Would it help, do you think, ladies and gentlemen, if Peter was still there with the dog when you came to visit?
I am available for home visits. I would be more than happy to come and help.
Look at this face. Look. He needs a home. He's gorgeous.
He is gorgeous.
With a bit of a lip gloss liquor. Jake, why do Staffordshire Bull Terriers have such a bad reputation?
Well, if you're talking about the breed's reputation, then it's completely unfounded, and it's brought on by irresponsible owners, and it's nothing to do with the dogs and themselves at all. He's a lovely dog, and he's had some bad luck.
And, you know, he just needs someone that can spend time with him, because if you've got that time to give him, he'll give you all the love in the world.
We are determined to do it, aren't we, everyone? Yeah! We've really got to know him over the last few weeks, and it's just so sad to see him not have a home yet.
When the right person comes and they take him, that's going to be it forever, and he's gonna be happy, and that's what we want to do.
That is what we want. Well, Harley's adoption fee is £150, and you can find out even more about him on our website, where there is also the form to adopt him. Now, from dogs to cats, a pussycat to be exact, Kimberly Wyatt has been at Gonsall Farm Horse Rescue Centre, where she met a right Wally.
I'm a massive horse lover. I grew up riding horses and being around them in the States, but I haven't had much of a chance here in England to get to know the English horses, so I'm really excited. Hello there. Definitely a bit of a dream day for me. I feel like a kid again.
Kimberly's first job of the day is to help yard manager Kate with grooming Gonsall Farm's resident piebald beauty, Wally.
You have to sort of look at the coat of the horse and whether he lives in or out.
Yeah.
He's a pony that lives outdoors, so it's fine for us to use this one.
Yeah.
So this is a dandy brush. He says...
Checking it out. You're going to eat it, are you?
So you must have done lots of grooming of horses, I expect, with all your adventures.
I did do a bit of grooming. We'd usually sort of hose them down and clean them off and brush them, and we'd even sort of braid their tails at times. Oh. But it never failed. They would always lift their tail and fart in my face. I was windswept. It was disgusting. So how did he end up here?
He came into care as a foal, actually. He fell into the river, and he was very emaciated anyway, so he wasn't being cared for and was really struggling, so he got swept downstream for quite a long way.
Oh, my God.
Couldn't get out. Somebody, thank goodness, saw him and managed to call the RSPCA and got him out. He just wouldn't... I mean, he would have died, there's no question. He would have drowned.
Yeah.
You know, but if you look at him now...
You would never know.
No.
After hearing Wally's tragic story, Kimberly decides he deserves a bit of special treatment, so has asked her sister-in-law Katie to join them. Katie is a trained horse masseuse who is used to helping rehabilitate horses, just like Wally.
OK, so I'll just take him through the first stages of back massage. So you want to avoid the spine.
So what sort of benefits will this bring?
Horses are the ultimate athlete at the end of the day. They've got to learn to balance themselves and a rider. And if you imagine, if you go for a run with a brick in a backpack on one side, after 5 minutes you're going to get really bad backache.
It's just as similar to giving a human a massage.
Exactly the same.
So should people massage their own horses?
I would say get a professional to come in and assess your horse first, and then they can give you advice on different massage moves that they can do in between sessions. He likes that. Oh, nice. Yawning is another release.
Can I give it a go?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You want to use your outside hand, just push all the way through that. What you're looking for is that it feels like butter. You're just pushing through butter.
Release your tension.
Yeah.
In with the good, out with the bad.
Yeah. See how he's resting his legs, actually enjoying that? So keep it nice and round, so you're holding a butterfly in your hand.
Oh, I can really feel his muscles.
Yeah. Can you feel how they're starting to soften?
Yeah.
That's it. Good.
He's really starting to relax, isn't he?
Yeah.
With his eyes was really starting to blink, and he let out that sigh.
That's right.
Well done, buddy.
All right, and then you always just say goodbye. Just give him a little after just say thank you and well done.
Well done. I think he's quite calm and relaxed. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah. He'll make someone a really nice little pony, definitely.
Today has been brilliant. I've loved getting to know Wally. I think he's a brilliant horse, and I just love him to bits. I just hope someone else will love him as much as I do.
Well, I don't know about Wally, but I know there'll be loads of people out there who wish they could have had a massage off you. But your sister-in-law, Katie, she's trained for such a long time to that. You can't just rock up and give a horse a massage, can you?
Well, no. I mean, Katie's had over 2 years of experience in training in horse anatomy, so she can do it and is qualified and certified. But, of course, horses love, so, you know, any petting, stroking is always good.
Yeah, and he had such a rotten start. We saw there he was washed down the river.
Yeah.
So he needed to kind of go to to a spa and have a bit of pampering.
Molly needed the pampering. I was just happy that I just so happen to have a sister-in-law that's able to do it.
I know, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, you can find out even more about him and how to apply to adopt him over at our websites. And please don't forget that horses are adopted on a 6-month probationary period. Now, here's a question. How do you cheer up a parrot?
I definitely wouldn't know.
Yeah. No, it's not the start of a Monty Python sketch, as Denise Lewis found out.
I actually have birds myself, 20 budgies, 2 cockatiels, so I should be right at home.
Hi, Denise.
Today, Denise is joining Danny and a parrot who's lost his lust for life.
That'd be really good.
Wow. Oh, he's lovely. You are absolutely gorgeous. Hello. What type of bird is this?
It's a red-shouldered macaw.
I thought they were sort of blue.
Yeah.
I've been watching Rio, you see.
The macaws you would expect them to be large, but apparently this is one of the smaller types.
So how did Harry come to be here?
Harry came into us because unfortunately his owner died, and they found Harry lying next to the owner.
So what signs of distress has he been showing?
Distrusting, a bit head shy when you try and stroke him.
And just not interacting, basically.
Absolutely.
Hello, Harry.
He definitely wouldn't have allowed anybody to do that a few days ago when he first came in.
Good boy. I'm assuming this is a boy.
Well, that's the thing, you see, we're not sure.
So, it could be that Harry is actually short for Harriet.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
To determine whether Harry is indeed Harriet, a DNA test is needed. The man for the job is specialist vet Neil.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Denise.
Good to see you.
Hello. But first he wants to give Harry the once-over.
Oh, my darling. Come on. Good lad. There we are. We've got you now.
Wow, expertly done.
There we are. OK. So looking at him here, we've got his beak. There's a little bit of a point on the end. We'll take one wing out at a time. Oh, wow. That's the red shoulder, as in the red-shouldered macaw. Yeah, no, that's great.
She's been very good so far.
So what I'm going to do is just trim his toenails and take the tip off his beak. No stress or upset for him.
I'm sure they use something like this in my local nail bar. Oh. Okay,
That's
Harry.
it. So very, very quick.
After a good polish, it's time for the DNA test.
Just a very small feather, so it's not going to hurt him at all. That will still be fine.
Okay.
The results will be back in a few days. It's not Jeremy Kyle, but in the meantime, Harry's unruffled charm isn't lost on Denise.
I'm just wondering if there's actually room for another bird at my home. One more wouldn't hurt, would it?
Well, this 6-year-old with the blues could certainly do with a bit of company. Behaviourist Greg is convinced that the right owner could be the answer.
When we find out someone who appears to be suitable, if that person can come here several times and keep introducing themselves to Harry and see how they get on.
The bird will choose
the bird chooses the person,
as opposed to the person choosing the bird.
Oh yeah, that's got to be the case. The bird determines who his home's going to be. So he's obviously getting on very well with you, which is really good. You've only seen him twice.
As a bird owner, Denise knows how training will help strengthen the bond between Harry and his new owner.
So we'll ask him to move to another perch when you call his name. If he comes over and puts his head down and ruffles his feathers up, then you scratch his head briefly.
Hello, darling. Hello. Are you coming to see me?
That's brilliant. That's great. Wait for the head feathers to come.
Here we go. Oh, who's a good boy? Happy Harry. I really feel that Harry's on the right road to recovery. He's ready to be rehomed. We just need to find a really good person that's willing to take the time to teach him.
Oh, I think I really underestimated his feelings. I didn't have any clue that a bird could be that depressed.
Yeah, they can, but Harry's doing really well. He's come a long way in a short space of time, improving every day, but what he needs is someone to love, and he will choose who that person will be.
I noticed these. You're saying he. I mean, I think part of the trouble is here, we don't actually know what sex he is.
No.
But I think that we have the DNA results. Thank you, Karen. I feel like I'm on Jeremy Kyle.
My female intuition says it's a boy.
And you were right! It's a boy!
So Harry will remain Harry and not Harry.
Harry will remain Harry. He was very flirty with you, I have to say. Oh. What he needs is someone to love, as you were just saying. He was very close to his first owner, who we said sadly passed away, and so he's available. Harry is available for adoption, and here's what you need to know if you think you'd like to offer him a forever home.
Who's a pretty boy then? My boy Harry, that's it. Hello, Harry. Harry and his previous owner were inseparable. They did everything together, including going to sleep and even having a bath. Sadly, Harry's owner passed away, and this marvellous macaw is inconsolable with grief. The only thing that will send his spirit soaring again is a new, forever home. If you think this feathered fellow should be winging his way home to you, there are a few essential things that you need to provide. Harry is used to having company all day, so there will have to be someone home most of the time. He isn't suitable to be rehomed with children or indeed other animals. As a potential new owner, it is vital that you're experienced in training birds, especially how to give rewards. There you go. So, shake your tail feather and head over to our website to see how you can adopt Harry and send him sky high with happiness once more. Yes, I know.
That is absolutely heartbreaking. But his adoption isn't going to be a kind of normal one like we've seen every week so far.
No, it won't, because Harry and his previous owners were so close, I mean, they were inseparable, that it won't be a case of anyone just walking in and taking him home. Harry will choose his owners, you know, so any potential adopters will have to spend time with him, really get to know him and bond before they will be able to take him home.
And it will be Harry that selects them?
Yes, Harry is a choosy bird, but it's the bond, you see.
Yeah.
He was so bonded with his previous owners that he needs that.
So if any of you think that you're the person to adopt Harry, you really will need to be committed. And because he is an exotic pet, his rehoming fee is £350. You can apply to adopt him through our websites. Time for another break now. Stay tuned, because when we're back, Cammy will be looking for somebody to love. I'm sorry. And we'll be meeting the new owners of Clarissa, that beautiful, pretty black, long-haired cat with one eye from last week's show. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back to Give a Pet a Home. It's not long now until we hand over Clarissa the cat to her new owners. But before that, Cammy, you have been putting the animal into party animal this
Well, as
week.
you know, I'm a party animal, Amanda. Yeah, absolutely. And this is Posh. Look, he's been trending me up, you know, trying to give me hip-hop gear, that's for sure.
That's on trend, isn't it? Hold your jumpers.
That's trendy. But Posh is a lovely animal. He's a lovely rabbit, aren't you? And I've been finding out, Amanda, why you shouldn't just keep a pet rabbit on its own.
Oh, let's see why.
Today, Cammy is heading over to the rabbitry to meet animal care assistant Charlotte, who's throwing a party for its residents.
What's a rabbit party?
If we have any rabbits that come in on their own, once they're neutered, because that's a really important thing, we'll then get them on the floor with each other, get them to get to know each other, see what they're like with other rabbits, and it also is a really good way of socialising them.
So let's get this party started. And already waiting for guests is Posh.
So Posh seems quite happy. Charlotte, do they all get out to play?
Yeah, we try and get the rabbits out as much as we can here, because obviously it's nice to run around, you know, stretch their legs a bit more.
Time for a bit of bunny matchmaking. And it's Charlotte that thinks Alba could be the perfect lady for Posh.
We're ready for you. Here we are, Posh.
So what we'll
Company.
do is
Look,
we'll just...
who's this?
Let's see if love is in the air.
Hello, Alba. I'm Cammy, and that's my mate Posh.
Good girl. Looks like someone's playing hard to get.
Albert, you're going to have to come over here now. Posh, you're tying yourself up for Albert. It's not working, mate. She's not having it. That's it. Do the moustache. That's important. That could be the winner, mate. It'll never be as good as this show, will it, Charlotte?
To make sure there are no broken hearts, it's crucial that bunnies always live in pairs.
So, if we were about to rehome Posh, would you suggest that whoever adopts him has already got a rabbit?
They don't have to necessarily already have a rabbit, but definitely to be rehomed with a rabbit. Rabbits are group animals. They like to live in a group, so we really encourage that here.
And it looks like Posh and Alba are a couple in the making.
Oh, it's fabulous, isn't it? Just watching them enjoying themselves.
It is.
My favourite rabbit.
Now, a lot of people think that Posh is a wild rabbit because of his colour, but just to reassure you that he isn't. And after being found abandoned on a street, he really does deserve a home, which is why he's being championed by Cami. His rehoming fee is £35, and you can find all his details on our websites. Right, now it's time for our final adoption. Clarissa, our one-eyed cat, is going home, everybody. And Colleen is here with the said cat.
Yes.
Introduce us to her new family.
Oh, this is Chris, and this is lovely Kieran, and this is Maria.
So, Maria, what was it about her that made you fall in love?
I think it was the sparkling eye.
Oh, I knew that'd work.
Yeah. Kieran, have you got any other animals?
Yes, we have 2 cats. One's called Nelson, and we've got Alice that's 2 now.
OK, so do you think they'll make good friends for Clarissa? Mm-hmm. Should we see if Clarissa's going to come out? Oh,
it wasn't just me.
There.
Come on, then.
Here she is. I mean, she is absolutely beautiful. So many people fell in love with her last week. She's been here long enough, so, I mean, it really is time, once we can catch her again, to let her go home with you. I mean, it's so exciting. It's just brilliant for everybody here who's taken care of her. And you, how do you feel?
It's like finding a fantastic family for her just makes it all worthwhile.
Worthwhile. And it could be you standing right here next week giving a pet a forever home, just like all our adopters tonight. Here's a reminder of this week's animals available for you to adopt.
Up first, it's our doggy rollover from last week. Harley, the Staffordshire Bull Terrier, championed by Peter Andre. Peter is also championing Tiger. Next, we have Cami's refined rabbit, Posh. Julian Clary is championing Eva, the Rubenesque beagle. Then we have Denise's favourite boy, Harry the macaw, who needs cheering up. Colleen Nolan is hoping to rehome lovable rogue Rafiki. And finally, it's Kimberly Wyatt's heroic horse, Wally.
Details about all of tonight's animals, their adoption fees and how to apply to adopt them can be found by logging onto our website, details of which are on screen now. Don't forget, there are many more animals waiting for their forever home at an animal charity or a shelter right near you. More information on how to locate one can also be found on our websites. That is it for tonight's show. Thank you so much to our celebrities, we and the staff here. I'm afraid you've been brilliant, cheering and clapping us all the way. Make sure you join us when we'll have even more animals who desperately need you to give a pet a home. Until then, good night.
And Amanda will be back with Philip on This Morning tomorrow from 10:30. Well, no one's off limits when it comes to brand new Newzoids. They're on the way next. Then Matthew's best mate turns up on the ward looking for a job in The Delivery Man at 9:30.